Hello, seventh graders. So welcome to our technology class. This is week 28, and there's not going to be any new lesson this week. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask you to take out a piece of paper, take out your homework notebook, wherever you write down, which I hope you sure do have a place where you write stuff down. You write down everything that you need to get done. Please take that out and take out something to write with, because I'm going to be calling out people's names. And if your name gets called, you're going to need to write the assignment down and make sure that you do it. So there's no new assignment. I'm going to give you this week to catch up. So you have until next Wednesday, the 31st, to turn in anything for the third quarter. It is 10 points off per week that it's late. But again, getting a 70 is better than getting a 0. So even if you are late, it's always better to do something than to not, right? So please make sure that you use this week wisely. I know I've talked to you guys so many times about time management, prioritizing, having checklists, where you write everything down. As you do it, you cross it out, you check it off. And that's how you stay organized and you know if you actually did something. This is a really important skill. So I feel like I always repeat myself, but it is important, right? So let's start with the typing. So you had 6 typing assignments. I'm going to go through, I'm going to call out. So the first assignment we had was the 1-page typing test. If I call your name, and actually hang on one second. Okay, so if I call your name, you're missing the 1-page typing test, Ryan. Then we had the 2-page typing test. If I call your name, you're missing it, Nathaniel, Lauren, Ryan. After that, we had speed drills. If I call your name, you are missing that one, Nathaniel, Lauren, and Ryan. After that, we had paragraph practice. If I call your name, so I'm just calling the names of the kids that are missing it. So if I call your name, jot it down in the notebook. Oh, I'm missing this one. Paragraph practice, Nathaniel, Isabella, Lauren, and Ryan. And this paragraph practice had multiple parts to it. So in order to get the full lesson, you have to complete all of the parts of the lesson, okay? So it's a little bit longer. The next one was interesting facts. So let's see, Nathaniel, Carlos, Isabella, Lauren, Ryan, those kids were missing it. So please jot that down. And then the last one that we had was the alpha data entry. And so I know this one was the most recent, so I think we have the most people that are missing this one. The people that need to do this one, Nathaniel, Paulina, Carlos, Caleb, Lauren, and Ryan. Okay, so those are all the typings. If I called your name, jot it down, typing assignment, interesting facts, due by next Wednesday, 31st, get it done, okay? That's an easy grade for you. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through everything that we did in the third quarter, which was basically internet safety, digital citizenship, right? And a couple of second step lessons. If I call your name, you are missing these lessons, so please write it down. So the first one was internet safety lesson number 1, my media use, where you had to keep track and talk about what your media use looks like. I'm missing that from Paulina, Carlos, Gianella. So please make sure you get that into me. The first internet safety quiz, we did not count that because we had a problem with the Google Classroom, so don't worry about that. Then our second internet safety lesson was big data. So we learned about data, if you remember that. You had to design the clothing line, if you remember. So we're the kids missing that, Paulina, Alyssa, Gianella. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I read the wrong thing. Excuse me for a moment. The kids missing that one were Paulina, Carlos, Gianella. The quiz for that one, we did not count that because that one was also in the Google classroom, so don't worry about that. Then we had second step 8, 9, and 10. So this was from January 27th. So there were a few kids that were missing that one. Paulina, Carlos, Gianella, and Yvonne. So if you need to send that to me, please check your email. If you think that you did send it and like I didn't check it, follow up with me too. It's easy sometimes for the emails to get because there's so many of them. So it's always good to like come and follow up if you're like, I think I did send that. We can search the email together if you want to quickly stop in during your lunch or something. Okay, then we had internet safety lesson number 3 was digital footprints. So the kids missing that one, Paulina, Gianella, and Yvonne. Those were digital footprints, okay? And then our first quiz that we had that you really were responsible to do was internet safety lesson number 3, the quiz for that. And I believe everybody, let me see, do I have anybody missing? Gianella, I'm missing it from you. So if you need the link for it, go into GradeLink under internet safety lesson number 3 quiz. And then in the description, I put I copy and pasted the link in there so you can just click on it and get to the quiz in case you lost the email. Then let's see what happened. We had moved on to internet safety lesson number, oh yeah, number 4. Why I think I I'm sorry, you know what I did? I misnumbered this one in GradeLink. I gotta go fix that. Here, wait, hang on a minute. Sorry, you know what I did? Internet safety lesson 4, I had it as 3 again. It was social media life where we learned about, we talked about my social media life. Okay, so the kids missing that one, Nathaniel, Paulina, Gianella, Isabella. Those kids are missing the social media life one. And then there was a quiz that went along with that. So again, the link is inside of the GradeLink. The kids who did not take the quiz, Nathaniel, Gianella, Isabella, Lauren, missing the quiz for that. Then if you remember, we did a technology survey. This was at the beginning of February. This was super easy. It was a survey about, your technology usage. It was to help me to get a gauge. It was an easy 100 if you did the survey. And so the kids who did not do it, Nathaniel, Carlos, Gianella, Isabella. So again, that was a pretty easy 100. Then we moved on and we learned about cyberbullying. That was internet safety lesson number 5. So if you're missing the cyberbullying, that's Nathaniel, Paulina, and Yvonne, I believe. So please make sure if you think you sent it to me, follow up, okay? And then there was a quiz. There was internet safety lesson number 5 quiz. The kids who didn't take the quiz, Nathaniel, Carlos, and Lauren, and Yvonne, okay? Please go take the quiz. And then we did internet safety lesson number 6, fair use. We learned about copyright and fair use. The kids who didn't do that lesson, Nathaniel, Paulina, Carlos, Gianella, Isabella, and Yvonne. And then there was the quiz that went along with that. And missing that was Nathaniel, Paulina, Carlos, Gianella, and Yvonne. So please make sure to get that done. Then we had our last internet safety lesson, which there was no quiz. It was just a lesson. It was My Media Life Simile, where you had to come up with the simile. And so the kids who did not do that yet are Nathaniel, Paulina, Carlos, Alyssa, Caleb, Gianella, Isabella, Lauren, and Yvonne. I know that was one of our more recent ones. So please send that in because it'll be due by next Wednesday. And then our last lesson that we did, the second step one, remember the drugs and alcohol lesson from last week? I only had a few kids send it in. I know it was due today. So the kids that I didn't get it from yet, Nathaniel, Daniel DT, Paulina, Carlos, Jesse, Caleb, Gianella, Isabella, Lauren, and Yvonne, which is a lot of you because it was due today. So my hope is you're sending it later, right? So if I did call your name for any of these technology assignments, please make sure that you get them done. So I'm trying to let you know, so that way you know what you're missing. And I hope that you actually wrote it down, so that way you can make sure that you do it. And so everything's due by the 31st. They can't accept anything past that date. So please make sure you do send it in by the 31st. There's no reason why anybody should fail. The links to all the lesson videos, the quizzes, the attached actual files, everything is in GradeLink. If you click under description and attachment, you don't even need to look up the email. Everything's in there. So really, there's no excuse. You should be able to set aside time. I know the reason. That's why we spend so much time in internet safety and digital citizenship. It's technology, right? Do you really want to let technology rob you from living your life and achieving your goals because you're addicted to it? Or do you want to control technology? Which one? You want it to control your life, or you want it to use it for a tool where it doesn't control your life? That's a choice you have to make. Because if technology is currently controlling your life and destroying your life, that's a problem, right? That's what we've been trying to kind of get at all these weeks, is talking about having a balance and recognizing if it is getting in the way of your life, do something about it, right? So that's super important. So please make sure to catch up this week, send everything in by the 31st, and that way you can all do well. Okay, if you do need to come and see me at your lunch, you're welcome to come in here and talk or check in or whatever. And that way you did everything that you could, right, to do as well as you can. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.